Hi guys, welcome to this week's meditation. I kind of felt called to come out today and film a guided meditation. I haven't been out the last few days. I've been feeling totally mentally exhausted. So I've taken the pressure off myself and thrown food at the horses and just been taking care of me. But today I felt like I needed to come out and spend some time to kind of re-energize. When I'm out with the horses and I'm doing, I'm just being with them, whether I'm riding or grooming or scratching bums, um, or meditating. When I go back inside or back to my other parts of life, it has kind of filled up my cup and given me more energy. So I decided to come out here today and I wanted to, I felt called to focus on a meditation that is kind of around finding our center. Today here in New Zealand, we have moved into the traffic light system. And I know that there's a lot of people feeling really anxious in this time, regardless of anyone's beliefs. I think the underlying feeling is one of fear, of uncertainty. We don't really know what life is going to look like from week to week at the moment, or even day to day. And it's really easy to get sucked into reading articles and watching the news, and then that just kind of feeding this fire of fear. So I wanted to create a space today where we can get centered and grounded. And what I really find when I meditate is that it gives me a sense of freedom. When I go within, it gives me freedom, so that it doesn't matter if I can't travel around the world or go to certain cities or anything like that. I, I still feel free within myself because I know that I still have control over parts of my life, and that is how I think. That's how I feel. That is choosing to go to bed at a certain time, to eat healthy, to get up in the morning, to work out, to spend this time with my horses and meditate and be present with my family and my friends. So those are the really important things that I want to focus on in this time, the parts that I can be certain about from moment to moment and day to day. So with that, let's just, I invite you to close your eyes, or if you don't feel comfortable with that, then you are more than welcome to keep your eyes open. So to begin, we're just going to notice the breath. We're not going to, well, that's a good representation of chaos at the moment and staying centered within it. So we're just noticing the breath, not trying to change anything, but allowing for change to happen. Just going with whatever comes. And just gently rest your attention in whatever comes into your awareness first. That might be where you feel the breath landing. Maybe it's in your throat. Maybe it's in your chest. Or maybe it's right down into your belly. Maybe it is the feelings, emotions, or sensations that are coming up. And we're just going to be the observer. I love the analogy of imagining yourself kneeling beside a beautiful stream, and you're watching as leaves and sticks and bits and pieces float past. And we're going to kind of imagine that our thoughts and sensations and feelings and emotions are the same. And even what is going on around us in our outside world that is outside of our control. It's easy to get caught up in those moments and want to float off down the stream with that. But if we just take a step back and observe it, we can sit with it and then let it pass. And as we watch and notice these pass by, we might, in the beginning, feel like there's lots of things floating past. Maybe your mind kind of gets dragged off in a direction. And when this happens, just gently bring it back to the present moment with no judgment. You may even choose to sit with that thought or feeling or emotion and then come back to the breath. Come back to observing. And after a while, we begin to notice things start to smoothen out. Maybe you visualize that stream becoming more quiet. Maybe there are less ripples in the water. Maybe there are less things floating by. Maybe you notice your breath getting slower, deeper, more regular. And if at any time you need to readjust, shift into a different movement or position, maybe you feel like you need to stretch, then do so. Just follow your body, follow your cues. You may notice in your environment that there are external stimuli. Maybe you're like me here and have the wind picking up and even showers of rain. Maybe you've got loud vehicles or children or animals. When our nervous system is feeling overwhelmed, it's easy for these external things to take over. We have a feeling of urgency, like we need to control them or stop them. But in this practice, we're going to just accept them for as they are. Maybe play with the sensation, with stimulus, and flip it. See how you can change it in your mind to a space of acceptance rather than fear or avoidance or control. Knowing that you are safe right here in this moment, and that those things will pass. I can hear my horses running and galloping and playing in the background, and at first this sensation comes up, like, why can't you be with me today? Why can't you be in this beautiful space of love and safety that I'm creating? And I allow for that thought to exist, and then kind of giggle at just how crazy that thought pattern is. And then coming to a place of acceptance. And almost a feeling of joy listening to them. So we're just letting anything that comes up be. We're giving it a place to exist, acknowledging it. And then when we're ready, just letting it go. You might find it's particularly hard with certain things. So it's alright to keep coming back and practicing. This isn't something that we just master and it makes everything okay. It's a practice. And you might begin to feel these external stimuli change. Maybe the noise has stopped or the wind has settled. Maybe the sun has come out. Maybe the noise of your children in the background is no longer irritating, but you find pleasure in listening to them. Perhaps you had internal things arising, like thoughts that go round and round in your head. We can do the same for these, giving them a place to exist, acknowledging them, observing, And then feeling as they pass. Letting go. And finding your center. Okay. Finding the certainty in your breath. Finding certainty in the way that we choose to respond. I'm smiling now, noticing that the horses have come back over to me. Perhaps I was carrying some unease or dis-ease before. So it's interesting to see them come over now after I've been practicing finding my center in a state of freedom within. I want you to imagine a warm light coming down from above you. You can choose the color. And I want you to imagine a moment where you felt completely safe and loved. And take that feeling as you imagine the light coming down over your head, down your neck, over your shoulders and your chest. Stopping anywhere that you feel called to, anywhere that might need some attention. And if any emotions or sensations come up, just let them be and let them pass. And feel that beautiful light as it moves down your torso, your tummy, abdomen, your back, your pelvis and buttocks. moving if you need to. And feel it as it goes down your legs, into your ankles, over your feet, and feel as it goes back into the earth. And just sitting in this moment, enjoying the feeling of being connected, of feeling centered, and safe amidst all of the chaos and uncertainty. And knowing that at any time you can come back to this feeling. And when you're ready, just give your toes a little wiggle. Come back into your body and the space around you. And when you're ready, open your eyes. I hope you enjoyed that meditation. I really did. I think I needed that. Let me know how it goes for you, and I hope that brings some joy to your day today.